Hey folks, today I'm going to mix up some baking soda and some corn muffin mix. We're going to see if the rats like it. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I mix up the baking soda, and today I'm going to use corn muffin mix. And I've been having a little issue in my chicken barn since I haven't treated it in a long time. And recently I had a raccoon issue and had to pull all my birds out. And so now that my birds aren't in there, I know that I can now fill a bowl with the baking soda mixture, and I'll put my game cam on and we're going to see what kind of activity we get. But first I'm going to show you how I mix this up, and it's not rocket science here. So this is a 8.5 ounces of corn muffin mix, and it looks like my wife got into my baking soda, but this is roughly a pound. So all I'm really doing is I'm trying to give the baking soda a flavor, because there's no flavor and the rats won't want it. Just eat plain baking soda. So you're going to mix it with something that your rats like. So if your rats are eating something specific in your farm, mix your baking soda with that. Mine eat a lot of chicken feed, but chicken feed has a lot of corn in it. So I'm just going to mix this in. And I'm probably going to put half of this in there. I don't want to put too much, but I think it's like a cup to a half cup of baking soda. But I like to do a little heavy in the baking soda because I want to make sure the rats are eating this stuff. So I'm going to try to put at least half of this in, if not more. Because this was 8.5 ounces. This is roughly 16 ounces. This is an old container. And I'm just going to mix it up. And then we're going to go into the barn and I'm going to show you where I'm going to set it up. And I'll set up the game cam, and I guarantee it's going to be insane because I haven't treated the chicken farm because it's winter time, but I have this huge number of rats right now. It was like I went in there at night checking on my raccoon trap and could not believe the number of rats eating out of the chicken feed. So this should be pretty good. All right, it's mixed up pretty good. You see, you can't. Now it looks like a lighter corn muffin mix. All right, now we're going to go into the barn and I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to set up the game cam. Okay, I'm in my barn. I got my my game cam. I'm going to set this up, and I got my mixture, and there's the pan that the rats eat out of. It's normally for my chickens, but we're going to put our baking soda mixture, which was 8.5 ounces of corn muffin mix and probably around 10-12 ounces of baking soda. A little bit more baking soda than. So we'll set this up. And what I'm also going to do is, when we normally feed our chickens, that kind of activates the rats. They hear it. They hear the feed getting dumped. And that's what kind of gets them all excited that, hey, we're going to steal food from chickens. Well, so I brought a bag of feed. I'm going to dump it in my barrel. And then I'm gonna dump the mixture, and I'll set up my camera, and we'll check on the camera in the morning. All right, that might get their juices flowing. I'm gonna dump it in here. I'm probably gonna add some chicken feed too, just a handful, just to get them excited. All right, that should do it.
2 weeks later.
Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm back. It's been about a couple weeks since I put that baking soda powder in the stall. I made this feeder so you could pull it up at night, so I'm trying to limit the access to feed for the rats. We let the feeder down in the morning when we feed, or in the afternoon, and then we pull it up just before we go to bed so the rats aren't feasting all night. But I bet you want to see the results of my baking soda mixed with the corn muffin. So I set up the game cam, and there was a lot of activity, and I treated the barn like 5 times, like 5 days, and I have some footage of the activity we got, which we got a ton of activity. So like I said before, it's been a couple weeks since I did that. I'm gonna probably treat a few more times, but the rat population has been down quite a bit. So my farmhand comes in here and he'll shoot rats with his BB gun. And there wasn't really a lot of activity for him. So hopefully that means we've lowered the population down quite a bit. And I've noticed there's less activity in here when we come in here at night. So now we're gonna go over to me opening up a Ratinator trap that I bought. I just recently purchased. I have an older one. It's kind of beat up. I got that thing I was putting on it to weigh it down had tar in it, and it kind of leaked all over. So I'm in the process of getting it back into shape, but in the meantime, I bought a new one, and we'll go over to me opening up the new Ratinator. So I purchased a Ratinator trap. I got it online, got a pretty good deal on it. The box is pretty beat up. That's probably why I got a good deal on it. So we're gonna open it up and see what we got here. It's actually in pretty nice shape. Looks brandy new. And it comes with this water tray, and you fill this with water, and once this is full of rats, put it in a tray. Takes about 30 seconds, and then you're good. So we're gonna go over this trap, and it's been a pretty successful trap for me, and we'll go over the details of it. So this is the Ratinator. It's got this section here, which is where you bait it, and I'll put like a cup with chicken feed in it, and the rats don't have access to it. when they're in, even when they're in the trap, because it's closed up. And then this is the entrance, and there's this little trap door. And some people will mount this up so the rats can go in and out, and you do that for, you know, like a week or something, and then you unhook it, and that way the rats feel comfortable going inside, and they'll go inside. And this will hold over 20 rats. And then this back section, they got it mounted open, but this is the basically the clean out. And the only issue I always had was the rats would get stuck in this section. It's like a real narrow section, and they'd get stuck in this section. And the rats I had were actually chewing on the metal here. In my old trap I have right here, I actually put this, if you can see it, I put a repair here because they were pulling the metal apart. So I guess I had some pretty tough rats. This is my my old trap that I gotta fix. It's got all this tar on it that I gotta burn off. So that's why I bought this new one. So the rat trap, so the rats will go in and it'll just catch multiple rats because this door will just open and close, open and close. And it's the same concept. This is an antique trap I picked up at a flea market. And it's the same concept. It's got this little trap door, a little weighted door. And it's a little awkward just because, maybe because it's old. But then it's got this little divot here that you bait with. Of course, Wilson's very interested in it because he knows that this catches rats and he wants one. And then it's got, this is the clean out, but this clearly won't hold as many as this will. But you could probably get like, 6-7 rats in here, depending on how big they are. But back in the day, this is what you saw like by the grocery stores and whatever. This is the basic design that they used. And it's a very effective design. And I have a bunch of videos of catching rats in this, and I have a ton of videos catching in here. I've caught multiple. So the thing about this trap is you can set it in any particular area that you have a problem with, but it may take a few days, maybe even a week, to actually catch a rat. You want to put it in a real busy area. You can't just set it overnight and then expect to catch a rat in it overnight. Rats are smarter than that, but I'll leave it set in a particular area of my farm, in the barn, and I'll just leave it there for weeks and weeks and weeks. And sometimes I'll get nothing for a week or so, and then I'll go there one day and there'll be 15 rats in here or 20 rats in there. So it does work for me. I've probably caught hundreds of rats with my old one, so it was definitely worth for me to purchase a new one. So the corn muffin and the baking soda mixture actually worked out really well. I got a ton of activity. As you can see in the video, I poured that mixture into like a mountain, and then I'd check on it in the morning and it would be just almost gone. And so they're definitely eating it, and I definitely have noticed a dwindling number of rats in the barn. And I'm going to continue treating the barn, especially this early. We're going in the spring now, and this is when we're going to probably have a population explosion if I can't keep it under control. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop below in the comment section. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell, and then we'll see you in the next video.